We're going to show you how to use the SimSync program that we are going to start using very soon, like for next week, for our series at UDSRA. Pretty much, it's a one-click install program. It's very simple, very it's simple. This has to be the simplest thing ever for sim racing that I've ever done. I mean, it's as simple as using iRacing if you're an iRacing user. So sort of help lots of people, or clear up lots of issues with the invalid data stuff, and or to fix any mismatches that anybody gets ever. I mean, it's that simple. Um, when this video is posted, of course, I'm gonna post the link to the download. But when you download it, it's gonna save a little file, an icon looks like this. It says SimSync UDSRA. I just put UDSRA on it, that way y'all would know it's associated with us, whatever. We did not create this program. It's another program. You have to pay service for it if you're a league manager or league official or whatever, for and you're wanting to get into this for your own stuff. Let me know, because it's relatively cheap, and it's very, 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 very nice to have, from what I'm seeing so far, my little bit of testing. But anyway, when you get it, you're going to just run it. And I've also included in here in the little installer, it's two files that it will install: an INI file and the program exe. But it shows everything, tells you what it does and everything else. So if you're interested in that, you can read over that. But basically, just click next, and make sure it goes into your R factor, wherever your R factor may be. Make sure it goes in that directory. Just click start, bam, real fast, real simple. It's done. You're going to want to go to your start menu, into your computer, your C drive, and same deal here. If you don't have the x86 program files, your R factor will be in your program files. If you do have x86, this is where your R factor should be. You go in here, find your R factor, same thing for the regular program files, and you'll scroll down, and you'll now see that there is two SimSync Pro files. One's an INI, which is this one. Don't touch it, don't open it, just don't fool with it, because if you fool with that, then it messes the rest of it up. So once you find these two files here, you're going to want to right click on the one with the little icon beside it. That's the actual program. And you're going to want to send it to your desktop and create a shortcut. And you see it's popped up a icon over here. Now, to show y'all how it works, I'm going to delete my two RFM files. Have to have them for the game to even tell you that those files, that the rest of your files are installed. So I won't even start R factor. It's there. The sprint cars will not show up right now. You double click this program, let it load and everything, unless you have an account somewhere else already with SimSync, and if you do, then there's no use in you watching this video. But for everyone else that's new, and I'm pretty sure most everybody should be, because I think we're going to be the only dirt series in R factor using this. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge. But anyway, there's only going to be this one box to be checked here: UDSRA ASCS sprints. Don't fool with anything else. Just make sure that box is checked. Go start, and you see how it checks. It did a little deal there. Okay, these four files, apparently, I don't have, some track files are a little different. So it's going to try to, or it is going to, you can check the files if you want to. You don't have to. I'm just showing you, it tells you what file it is, what it's going to do, um, the date that it was last changed, and the size of it. You just click OK right here and let the program do its thing. Bam, it's done. rFactor's good to go now. And it tells you what was all installed. And this works for anybody that's wanting to run the ASCS Sprint Car stuff. If you have never installed the Sprint Cars before, you do those steps I just showed you, click start, and it installs everything for you, all the tracks that we have on the servers, everything you need to start racing with us. This program will do it for you. You don't have to go get a link from nowhere. The only thing you have to download now is SimSync. Once you have SimSync installed, you just always, it's going to be a good rule of thumb to always run your SimSync before you try to connect to an ASCS server. Make sure your game is always shut down when you run this, or if it is running, I think it might actually give you an error message telling you that it's being used and can't install to this particular directory, and then you'll of course have to shut your rFactor down. But if it doesn't give you an error message or whatever, make sure, if your game is running, make sure you shut your game down, restart it, whatever, restart your game before you try to go in a server, because if it installs with the game running, the game does not recognize the new files and you'll still get mismatches. But other than that, I mean, it's that simple. It's so easy. I think my 5-year-old could come figure out how to do this. And once you're done syncing your game to the server, you click Run rFactor, and it's going to ask you if you want to start rFactor and quit this program. You're going to tell it yes, and rFactor starts. Let's get past all this. And you see the cars on the spinner, and it's working. You saw me delete the files. It's that simple to install your stuff and it worked right. For the whole download, it took me, for all the tracks and all of the files for the mod, it took me 33 minutes, I think, to get everything. And like I said, this should eliminate any invalid data entries that you get while trying to download. Any issues we've been having, all that should be taken care of. Yeah, I mean, it's I just can't. It's simple. I can't make it explain to anybody. It's just simple. Anybody should be able to do this. So yeah, that's that. So long as you do those steps like that and install it just like I showed you, and run the program like that, and like I said, put it on your desktop to where it's easy to find. Simple, done, simple. This will be mandatory to have to run in UDSRA events now. I will not be posting patches or updates through links on Facebook. If we find an issue and we need to correct it, I'll update the file, tell you to rerun your SimSync. Same thing we'll get in TDFs. TDFs will be available usually the day before of the race. The day of the race, sync your SimSync, or sync your game with SimSync, however you want to say it, and bam, you're good. You're in. You've got what you need. Like I said, no more chasing 900 links all over the place. This also gives us the ability to add skins weekly. So I'll post more information on that on Facebook. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, and hopefully this makes online racing, for most especially all of you new people, a lot simpler.